To each person, these words may have a different meaning. Love, life, fathers. Everyone may have their own interpretations of the word. Maybe the life of a father, maybe the love, maybe about the relationship between a father and his kids, or maybe just what being a father is all about. Dad, please stand up. This is John Muraguri Waivoshi, aka Marags, who, believe it or not, was the first person to hold me after the doctor on 7th April 2004, the day I met my dad. My second father may be more known, maybe as God, the Lord, or our Heavenly Father. The things that stand out for me most in my fathers is their leniency, the way that they're dependable, and the way that they're always, constantly, without a doubt, the most confusing people in the world. My dad is always the first one I go to when I want something, but the last one to confess to when I've done something wrong. Though sometimes I find I'd rather go to my dad about something than go to my mom. And that's only because of the woman's punishment. Dads are basically the good guys. I know mine is. He never wants to be the one to say no. If I want something, go ask mom. If I want to go somewhere, go ask mom. It doesn't matter what I want or where I want to go, it's the same thing. Go ask mom. My mother can be on the other side of the world. I'm still told to go ask her. I can always feel as if I can turn to the Lord if my dad's abroad or he's coming home late. I trust both my fathers completely. And either way, I can always count on them to be lenient and consider all options. I know I've wanted to try motocross, and it took me over a year after I discussed it with my dad to even think about telling my mom. Actually, I told her 2 weeks ago. For dads to be more lenient than moms, they have to be dependable. And as I said, I trust both of them completely. But to add on to it, I have to say, I can always depend on them anytime, any place. I really enjoy sports, and I spend many Saturdays, including this one actually, away representing my school at sports or athletics. And I can always count on my dad to wake up on time, to wake me up on time, and to drop me off at school. He's my biggest cheerleader, even when he isn't there. To me, I can always depend on both my fathers. They're always there when I need them, and I can always count on them. One of my favorite Bible stories is the story of Joshua and the Battle of Jericho, because it talks about how God has his own way of dealing with things. What happens is that Joshua has marched the Israelites across the desert for 40 years, and they come across Jericho, which is this big city with this huge wall around it. And what happens is that God tells Joshua to march around the city every day. And on the 7th day, they march around 7 times. They blow their trumpets, they shout and scream, and the walls of Jericho come crashing down. Joshua and the Israelites invade the city. Jericho is theirs. This story means a lot to me because it makes me feel as if anything can happen. My Jericho is school. It's a place where I make good and bad memories. I feel as if God helps me march around it. Lastly, and let it be noted, I saved the best for last. Fathers are confusing. I don't know whether they do it on purpose, or it just comes naturally, or they do it just to be annoying. I for sure know that almost every single time I get in trouble with my dad, after he's punished me and made me promise never to do it again, he acts as if nothing ever happened in the first place. I don't know whether I'm off the hook or it's just part of the punishment to make me feel nervous. Before I go, I want to say thank you to all of the fathers. You're always there for us, and I know that I've always believed that nothing is impossible. I only think things are impossible because they haven't yet been done. Fathers are the ones who make these things possible. In the story of Abraham and Sarah, they waited for decades for their son Isaac to be born. But in the end, the Lord came through for them. That just shows you can always depend on your fathers. You can do anything with them. They make everything possible. Tonight, the next time you see your dad, I want you to tell him how you feel about him. I know not everyone has their dads around right now, but at this moment I want you to be thinking about them. Even in your minds, just say thank you for everything. Because you may not have done it before, but you do know that that what they do is very important in your lives. Half the things we're able to do, we couldn't have done without our dads. Thank you.